Also new tonight, we are less than 24 hours away from the U.S. restarting that blockade on Iranian ports. This is a big escalation. And it comes as we're getting yet another warning from the president. Guess what? More strikes, he says, are coming tonight. Listen to what he said in just the last maybe 60 minutes.
We're going to hit them very hard tonight, and we're going to hit them hard tomorrow. And there's not a damn thing they can do about it. They have nothing. They have nothing going other than they have big mouths.
It comes as U.S. Central Command says its forces will block ships again starting at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. The president announced that blockade earlier today. Remember, we haven't been in this position. Like, there hasn't been this kind of thing for a little bit. He says that the U.S., that America is the, quote, guardian of the Strait of Hormuz. And he says the U.S. is going to get a cut, reimbursed 20% on cargo that comes through it. The president's threatening more attacks after both sides exchanged strikes over the weekend. You're seeing some video of that here. Central Command saying it hit multiple Iranian naval and missile sites. The back and forth, guess what? Sending oil prices spiking back up today. U.S. international crude surging something like 10%. On the international side, that's the biggest one-day spike we've seen since the war began. Let me bring in Courtney Kube, who's joining us now. Well, this was a day you got the blockade's back, and now he's going to strike again tonight. What's going on?
Yeah, so the blockade's not surprising. Actually, that's been on the table for about a week now. And that's because it did work in many ways in stopping Iran from getting oil in and out of the Strait of Hormuz. The strikes tonight, I think that's what we really need to be watching for, though, Hallie, because the president, look, sometimes he has this bluster and this bravado in his comments, but at this point, the U.S. military has taken a lot of strikes against coastal facilities and sites around the Strait of Hormuz. And now there is the real possibility that the U.S. could expand that out and start going after locations that are further inside the country of Iran and potentially after additional locations, things like infrastructure, and maybe, as he has even threatened, going after nuclear facilities.
I'm doing something that is so annoying. As you were literally speaking, CENTCOM put out a statement. I have it on my laptop. Hang on. Here it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it with you here. I just pulled it up. They posted it, that they began launching the third consecutive night of strikes against Iran. They say these strikes will continue. So it's happening. The strikes that the president previewed that you just laid out, they're happening as we speak, saying that this will, here's the rationale, Cora, and can you kind of decode this as you're pulling this up? I know on your phone, too. I'll ask our team to pull it up if we can in the control room. That these strikes will continue imposing a heavy cost on Iranian forces and degrade their ability to attack innocent civilians and commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, so that's the exact same justification and that we have heard for over a week.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The question is, though, they have taken a lot of strikes against these locations along the coast. So coastal radar sites, anti-ship cruise missiles, drone launching facilities, the kinds of things that are literally threatening commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. And unlike during the ceasefire, when Iran was able to move additional things closer to the coast, they haven't really had the time in the last 7 or 8 days since this really ticked back up again. So the real question now is, are they going to go after things again that are further inland? We saw a little bit of that late last week when they went after a bridge that U.S. CENTCOM said was directly used for military reinforcement of coastal facilities.
Can this still reliably be called retaliation, like accurately be called retaliation when the U.S. is continuing to pound, Iranian targets like this?
They are going to continue to call it retaliation because no one wants to say that this is a return to major combat operations.
Is it a return to major combat operations?
Is it a slow march towards it? Because when the U.S. military is taking strikes every single day, what is that? Now, I will say Iran did fire at least one anti-ship cruise missile and a drone at a commercial ship yesterday. So this is allegedly in response to that.
I'm going to go let you go. Look at your emails and your phones and your texts and make some calls. Thank you, Courtney Kube. I really appreciate you rolling with that breaking news. Come back in a little bit and share what you know. I know you will. Thanks, Court.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.